In the previous video, I showed my new display boxes, and those are for displaying your cards, your Rolodex, memory decks, and decorating some cards with Julie Nutting dolls if that's what you're interested in. And I've created some fun cards, some digitals that are fun cards to use in your box. So this one has a church, some flowers, a tree, an adorable little house. And then there is the French collection, which has the Eiffel Tower, a patisserie, pastry shop, and a flower shop. So let me go ahead and show you how to use these for cards in your display box. There will be a link in the description box below for where you can find these fun digitals if you're interested in using them as display card backgrounds. I recommend printing on heavy-duty cardstock. This is 140 pound. I'll put a link in the description box below for the cardstock that I use. It gives a nice, solid, sturdy base. So for a card, that's really important. And if you don't have heavy-duty or you don't want to purchase heavy-duty cardstock and you have regular white cardstock, you can print it out and then put it down on a white piece of cardstock and trace it after you cut it out and just double it up so you have a nice stiff card. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my cards out and then show you what they look like when I add a Julie Nutting doll. And just a word of note, if you don't want this to be a church, just remove the steeple and it looks like a house. And you could color this a different color even, or leave it the color that it is, and you'll have another card, a third card, that would look like a house. So you'd have two houses and a church. After you cut out your building, I don't like the white edges to show, so you can either use Distress ink to go around those edges to get rid of the white, or you can take an alcohol marker that has a brush tip, or really any type of marker with a brush tip, and go around those edges with a pen. So I'll show it to you both ways. So here's what it looks like distressed around it, and it just looks so much more finished. I like it much, much better than showing those white edges. Or you can take a marker with a brush tip and use the brush tip to get rid of the white edges by just going around your card. And removing those white edges. I guess you don't have to do it on the bottom because you won't really see that when it's in your display box, but I just like to have it all be really pretty looking. To add a girl, I think in front of the patisserie, I'm going to use this one. This is, I think this is Jacqueline, and she's wearing one of the hats from my recent digital that has all different kinds of hats you can use on your Julie Nutting girls. And I would like her to be just over here like this on the card, standing in front of the patisserie like this. And I'm going to use pop-up dots, because I would like her to stand out a little bit. You can glue it flat. You can do whatever you want with yours. I just love the look of popping stuff up to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just going to throw some pop dots on here and peel the backs and pop them up and pop her up. And then, since her dress is going to be across the bottom of the card, and I've cut out my little notches so that it'll fit on fit into the box, I think what I'm going to do is just flip this over, and you obviously have to remove the bottom part of the doll. I hate to say amputate her legs, but you kind of do. And then I'm going to just come in here with my scissors, and I'm going to just cut that notch out again, so I'll have my two little notch holes to put her in the display box. So for this one, I drew a little tote bag with some bread and a cinnamon roll in it, put it on her arm. It kind of looks like the things on the bread card out here. And so here is how that card turned out, with the girl standing in front of the French patisserie, and she just bought some baked goods. And I'm going to stick this card in my box, pop it onto the dolls, And look how cute that is. I love it. So this is the Jean paper doll Julie Nutting. I've added a hat to her from the hats collection, and I'm going to put her in front of the church. So I think I'm going to put her off to the side right here. So she's on her way to the Sunday service. So I popped her up with pop dots as well, and then cut the bottom part of the doll off. It's so cute. And now she's ready to go in the display box. And I love how when you put them in the box, how the girls all stagger and you can see your Julie Nutting girls. And I noticed that this one, the card is a little bit wide on this side. So just trim it, you know. I mean, if it doesn't fit perfect in your box, trim it. That's okay to do. I can just trim this a little and make that side of the church trimmed off. It looks exactly the same, and now it fits better in the box. It just depends on where you have where your little tabs end up and how it sits in your display box. So I trimmed it and it looks really cute in the box. So if you have a problem with any of them, like this one fit perfect. If you have problems with them being a little bit wide, just trim them. This doll is the Jessie stamp, and I showed this in my hats digital video too. I changed her hair and added a hat to her, added a bow to her outfit, and I think she would be just so cute in front of the French flower shop, especially because she's got sunflowers on her hat. So I'm going to put her right here on this card, and I think I'm going to dress up the flowers in the back picture with some little mini flowers that I had on hand in my stash. So I'm going to pop her up and add some flowers, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here's how this card came out, with Jessie on the front and some three-dimensional flowers that I added, the little yellow ones over here and the little white ones over there. And let's see what she looks like in the display box. So cute. I love it. So cute. Love that flower shop. This is the Dita stamp. This is the one I showed in the hats video also, with her little pillbox hat. And I'm going to put her on the Eiffel Tower card. I think she is a tourist. That was so cute. I love it. So I'm going to glue her onto this card and put her in the box. So cute. I love these cards so much. I hope you guys do too. Let's put her in the box. Look how cute. So cute. I love it. I hope you guys love this. This is so much fun. Out the tree, and I'm going to put it behind this house. And I'm actually going to put a pop dot behind the house on top of the tree to make it look like it is really behind. And I could cut all these out, all these little pieces out, but what I decided to do is to just take an alcohol marker and color them in blue. You could do it either way, and it's just personal preference. I think it would look really pretty to cut them out, but what I'm going to do is put this card, since it's going to be a little bit tall, I'm going to put it in the back, all the way in the back of my display box. So I thought having the sky, I'm just doing it quick for the video's sake, but I thought having the sky part of it would even add to it. I like that a lot. So there's what it looks like with the tree behind the house, and I put one of those pieces of grass in the front. This is the Mia stamp, so I decorated Mia and put her in front of the house, and that's what that one looks like. So you can play around with these. I mean, print this house a couple of times. You could pop up that flower box higher with some pop tape and make that dimensional. You could make the little awning popped up. You could make this front section popped up if you printed it twice. So there's so many different things that you could do to create depth on this card and make it different and add some fun and interest to it. So here's what it looks like in the box. It's a little bit wide, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. It's easy to trim them to make them fit in the box. Let me see. That's better. This can be just a touch bit trimmed. It just depends on your box. So there we go. Look at how cute that looks. But I am going to put it in the back because it's got that tall tree. And so I'm going to put it as the very far back card so that the tree sticks up, and look at how cool that looks with the girls layered. And you know, you can flip through these and look at your cards in the box. So I hope you enjoy this and that you check out the display boxes I have in the shop and check out these digitals for some cards. There's going to be more cards to come, so as I create them, I will put out a little video showing the new cards and what they look like. And I'll make some more Julie Nutting cards for my Julie Nutting box. This one's going to be strictly Julie Nutting Girls. And then I'm also going to show some videos on making some more cards. I have lots of cards. In fact, I think I have a playlist of cards I've done in the past for Rolodex, Memory Dex cards. And I'm going to do some of those mixed media projects too. So stay tuned for this. This is going to be Rolodex, Memory Dex, and card display cards with Julie Nutting dolls. So thanks for stopping by. Follow the links to find the boxes and the cards in the shop and get out your Julie Nutting Girls and play. It's a fun idea and kind of something fun to do different with your Julie Nutting Girls. So these cards are giving you a background to start with, but you can use a 3x5 card or any type of a Rolodex card to decorate. And I also have a template set that I'm going to show you in the next video. I have some videos from a couple years ago where I made these display cards with Julie Nutting Girls, and I'll link those videos or that video in the description box because you might want to watch it. It just gives you some fun ideas. So here are three. I already have 3 cards that have Julie Nutting Girls on them, and when you put them in the box, the display box, they the girls are staggered and you see all the girls poking up above the cards. I love that. So thanks for stopping by. Go make some art because art soothes the heart.